Hello, in this video I want to teach you how you can set up a filter to identify pullbacks. So shares that have recently hit their highest price for the year and have then slightly dropped down. So we open up the data mining screen and we create a new filter. We do that by pressing select filter and new filter. We give it a name and hit enter or click on OK. First thing, we choose the source list, i.e. the list of shares that we will be looking through to identify shares that had to pull back. I will go for the FTSE All Share. You could go for the entire London Stock Exchange, but there are quite a few stocks in there that tend to not trade very heavily, so they're not great from a technical analysis point of view, but it's up to you. There are two criteria we need. First, we need to identify shares that have actually recently hit their yearly high. So we select price, price high, trading days since high, and then if you want to use a year exactly, that will be 252 trading days. And we hit finish. Now, this particular criteria looks at when the high was hit. So we want shares that have recently hit their high, although not in the last day or so. So we're looking for shares that have hit their high somewhere between 2 and 5 trading days ago. If you hit enter, the filter will recalculate and our list of FTSE All Share shares has dropped down to 56. The second criteria is to identify the actual drop in price. So we go add criterion, price, price high. This time we select percentage fall since high. So how much has a share fallen since the high was hit? And again, obviously we set the same period. I'm setting it here to a year, but obviously you can set it to whatever you want. And then we hit finish. And here we want shares that have fallen a bit, but not too much. So I'll say they have fallen between -3 and -5%. And here are our shares. If we take one of the results and zoom the chart into full screen so we can see it properly, and look in, close the legend there. Yes, this is a perfect example. We've identified a share which has recently hit its highest price for the year, but has since had a small pullback. Obviously, these values I've entered, i.e. 2 to 5 trading days ago and between sort of 5 and 3% drop, obviously you can set to whatever it is that you want. You can increase or decrease it, but you can normally base yourself around how many shares you actually identify. If it's a few too many, you might want to be a little tighter with your rules. If you don't get enough, you can be a little bit more lax. Now, if we want to set up the opposite, so shares that have recently hit a yearly low and have since pulled back and started rising a little bit, we can do basically the same filter but with opposite options. So we will create a new filter and set it to a FTSE All Share again. Add criterion, price. This time we select price low. The options are exactly the same, but instead of highs we select lows. So trading days since low, last 252 trading days. Oh, a little overshot there. And again, we want to find shares that have hit their low between 2 and 5 trading days ago. So recently, but not too recently. And then exactly the same criteria as before, but this time with price low. we select percentage rise since low. Again, we'll set this to 252 trading days. And again, we want the rise to be between 3 and 5% rise. And you notice the values here are positive, while with the previous one, the values were negative. And there's only one result. We can have a look at that. Again, this is probably not one of those particularly heavily traded stocks, but the filter works. The low was hit 5 days ago, and it has since risen back up by between 3 and 5%. And this is it. The filter will recalculate every day, so you can just simply come back to the data mining screen every time that your system updates, and you'll find the new results. That's all for now. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.